What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary reaction video. Over here, family, we do like to understand and see where the valuable message lies within the song and to see how we can use that value to apply it to our lives to continue to be great individuals. But before we get into the video, I do always like to take a deep dive into the background theme meaning of the song. After we get into the background theme meaning of the song, then we get into the video. So, Strings by Bini is a song that explores the vulnerability and struggles of love and relationships. The lyrics depict the delicate nature of emotions and the desire to avoid misunderstandings and chaos. The singers emphasizes the importance of listening and communication in order to navigate through these challenges. The first verse expresses the confusion and disappointment when things don't go as planned. The singers feel rushed and overwhelmed, sensing a potential downfall. They long to take a break and admit their struggles. The pre chorus highlights the fear and brokenness the singers feel, acknowledging the need to repair the fire and maintain a balance as they teeter on the edge of losing control. The chorus likens the singer's emotional state to be on strings, pleading not to be cut off or allowed to fall. It expresses a desire to stay connected and not lose themselves in the process. The repetition of quote unquote, wake up, get higher suggests the need for self empowerment and resilience to risk above their difficulties. The post chorus admits vulnerability and struggles with their inner strength. Despite trying their best, there are times when they feel weak and unable to pretend otherwise. And I feel like we all can relate to that, where we have to put a mask on, even though deep down inside, from an introspective standpoint, we can be fighting with ourselves, fighting with our thoughts, and feeling like the thing that we're trying to achieve, we have these doubtful thoughts in the back of our mind, but we're trying to push through it. In the second verse, the singers encourage honesty and communication when facing hardships. They urge each other to take a break, zoom out, and remember to love themselves in order to prevent further pain. They emphasize the importance of self-belief and untangling emotional knots. The bridge pleads for the listener's understanding and acknowledges the hardship and struggle the singers are experiencing. They request a momentary pause to catch their breath and heal. The breakdown section reiterates the chorus message, emphasizing the significance of staying connected and not being cast aside or allowed to fall. It reinforces the need for support and encouragement. The refrains showcase individual members of the group expressing determination and resilience, reminding themselves and listeners not to give up, to stand tall and be proud. The outro reiterates the idea of taking a break and loving oneself before navigating through the pain. It encourages the unraveling of emotional knots and believing in one's ability to overcome challenges. Overall, Strings conveys the fragility and the complexities of love and relationships, urging listeners to prioritize communication, self love, and resilience in navigating those difficulties. So, with no further ado, family, it's centered around self empowerment, being resilient, determination, and prioritizing communication to have the understanding to push through hardships to then thrive in the relationships and with yourself as you love yourself. That's the theme of it, right? So with no further ado, let's get into the video. Any deeper. So basically she said, so delicate, wait a second, it might break these feelings for you. Hey, just stay still, we're just starting. Hey, are you listening? You know you gotta listen. I told myself before that I wanted this, but why is all this happening? Rushing and stumbling. You can see I'm about to fall. Can we stop first? Seems like I can't take this anymore. Now, this is the first verse she about to finish up, right? And I feel like this is the doubt that's coming in when you're trying to achieve what you're trying to achieve. And we all go through these phases of being tested in our thoughts, especially when life is a marathon and not a sprint. So you being patient, but still being consistent and hungry after what you're going after. At times, it's like, bro, what am I doing this for? You tend to question yourself. And usually individuals go through phases where they feel like they're about to quit and then they end up being successful. Hmm. So she said, I'm really, really trying, but sometimes I ain't strong inside, can't lie. Now, vulnerability is a sign of strength. I like how they're emphasizing the importance of communication because being transparent and being vulnerable will help understand how you're looking at things to get a different perspective so you continue to overcome that thing or that adversity or whatever it is that's giving you those thoughts to try to hold you back. Then she goes into sometimes I also have to admit when it's difficult, you should say it. Vulnerability. Then she say, that's why let's zoom, girl, be in full bloom. But take a break, baby, if you feel doomed. So sometimes we have to take a break or we have to take a step back and look at the situation for what it is, the reality of it, so then we can understand the wisdom that we need to get from it to continue to grow and thrive off of that setback or whatever situation at first we didn't understand until we had to sit back and look at the whole situation. And sometimes we don't understand why we go through something until we go through it and then we're like, oh, this is why we've been through it. And then she says, so love yourself first before this all hurts. Unite all the knots, believe and you'll make it. Mm. Suffering, dying, I know it can be done, but can we stop here? And that comes to the reality of why are you doing what you're doing? And sometimes you have to remind yourself, why are you doing something in the first place? Whatever that is that stemmed for you to be at that, whatever that is that stemmed that purpose in the first place, you have to remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing when adversity is trying to question you of wondering why you don't need to be doing what you're doing. So at the end of the day, it's like gravity pulling you back, but you have to continue to move forward. And sometimes you got to remind yourself why you in it in the long haul in the first place. Whether that's for your loved ones, doing it for yourself, out of self love for yourself, which should be one of the things, and not just one of the things, but one of the first things. You got to do it for yourself before you can do it for anybody else, and then others like family, loved ones, and so forth. And then because that's where the faith and belief comes in. So then she like, can we stop here? So that's that self realization right here. That position, she said she ready. Okay. So this is I like this part right here because this basically shows it shows not only are they in unity in regards of empowering each other, but they're also showing you their individual stance and their perspective while they're collectively bringing it together to be greater. That's amazing. Because she said, I have already set position. So she, she out to get it. Stacy fighting on her, fighting. So basically she has that hunger mindset. Malloy, she said, will never give up. So she's more that motivating stance. Johanna held high, head held high, looking up. So she's being positive. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now they got the cat. When she had the cat eyes, so they put the cat in there. What they like cats or something? What was the purpose of the cat? I'm curious. I don't know, fam. Comment down below your perspective on that one. But she said, "Let's go Zoom, girl, be in full bloom." So basically, full. Make sure you zoom. It's like you in a race, and it's a marathon. But you got to zoom in on yourself and realize your uniqueness as you blossom like a flower. Because if you realize your uniqueness and your gift, then you can obviously extract that and bring that out of you from an introspective or internal standpoint. And then you can achieve your fullest potential because you're aware of it. And then, but take a break if you feel doomed. And that means sit back and make sure you look at the bigger picture and realizing who you are. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves who we are and our uniqueness and not let no one try to deter that or make us believe that we're not special in our own unique way. And she said, so love yourself first before this all hurts. Unite all the knots, believe, and you'll make it. So basically, you got to love yourself. You got to be kind to yourself. You can be very, you can watch over yourself and be very critical, criticizing yourself and being your biggest critic. But also, the adversity may be painful or uncomfortable, but if you unite everything, the wisdom, the self, your empowerment, your uniqueness, let alone your gift, if you unite all these things collectively, you already have everything within you, and those recipes and that's the recipe of success basically. And as long as you show these things and that's displayed within your character, because character is what keeps you not looking a certain way or acting a certain way to be liked, but character in regards of standing for something. And these things are these attributes that keeps you going to be successful and keeping you strong minded and keeping you focused and keeping you consistent. You will make it. And that's the truth, family. And every single one of you that's watching this video, you are special. And whatever you're trying to go after that's pure, positive, and uplifting, go for it. But spread that peace, love, and positivity. Let the love supersede the hate. Until next time, family, peace.